Victoria from Lemons and Lime, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about this idea or phrase of the victim mentality, positive thinking for healing, and feeling your feels. So I want to start by defining what I believe is victim mentality. So I'm going to give you my definition of victim mentality before we jump further into this video. I believe that victim mentality is a essentially conscious choice to play the victim card for attention or your own personal gain. I see victim mentality as being conscious. I think that there are times where it's not necessarily conscious, but if someone's in that victim mentality unconsciously, they're usually quick to realize what's going on and want to change it, or it's kind of like a fleeting period where people who really do play the victim card and are in the victim mentality know that they're doing it. So that's how I view victim mentality. And the reason I want to talk about this is because there is this kind of idea that's been going around in the health community, the wellness community, the holistic health community, chronic illness community, that's kind of been bothering me. I noticed a lot lately that a lot of people, but especially health coaches, are saying things like, and it's in an effort to motivate people, but and get customers, but they'll say things like, you know, have you ever been angry that you couldn't go out to with your friends? Have you ever been upset at your body and feel like it's failing you? And you're in this victim mentality. And that really bugs me because I'm thinking, why are we not allowed to feel angry or upset or like our bodies are failing us when we're really, really sick? And I know that they don't say this in a harsh, mean way, and I don't think they necessarily connect their wording exactly, but I think that the words and the way they phrase it can be really detrimental in a sense, or really triggering, a little bothersome to some people. And I say this because I don't think that if you have the thought, wow, my body feels like it's failing today, or the thought of, I'm really upset that I can't go eat donuts with my friends on Sunday mornings, that you are automatically playing the victim card or you're in this victim mentality. You know, I feel like the victim mentality really holds a lot more than just having some negative thoughts. And if you're sick, I mean, let's get this straight. Life is hard in general. Life is challenging. But if you add a chronic illness on top of that, it can be really challenging. And it's totally okay to have negative thoughts or have negative feelings. You're allowed to be angry or sad or upset or, you know, whatever negative feeling you may feel, as long as you are working through that or plan to begin working through that. I don't think that it's victim mentality or you're playing the victim card if you feel your feelings, even if they're negative, as long as you are trying to work through that and better yourself and you're working on yourself to whatever degree you can at that time. And so the other thing I want to talk about is this idea of positive thinking in healing chronic illness, because that's kind of what plays into it. It's like, oh, have you had these negative thoughts? So you're in the victim mentality. If you just change them and have positive thoughts only, you'll heal. Here's the thing. Positive thinking is so important for healing. Mindset is extremely important for healing, but it's not the end-all be-all. We need a well-rounded routine for healing that includes diet, mindset, self-care and lifestyle changes, and even medical intervention and supplementation as necessary. Those are important things. You can't just think positively and suddenly your diabetes is going to go away. Now, I will say this. There are a lot of studies, there are scientific studies out there that show the power of positive thinking, mindset, and visualization. You can actually raise your white blood cell count, neutrophil count, things like that, T killer cells, by using mindset and visualization exercises. So that it's extremely important, but we need this well-rounded routine in order to heal. We need a well-rounded plan. And so there's been a huge push in the health community for all this positive mindset stuff, which is fantastic. And maybe it feels like there's a lot of it right now because we're trying to get that pummeled into people's heads that we need to focus on that as much as we focus on all these other aspects. But it almost seems like a little too much at times, where people are like, if you just think positive, everything's going to be okay and you'll be healthy. And it's like, that's not exactly true. And that's what's been getting to me, because I feel like people who aren't positive all the time are automatically thrown into this category of playing the victim, which is also so untrue. You know, a huge part of healing is feeling your emotion. A huge part of being human and being able to work through things and heal is feeling your emotions. Because let's talk about what happens when you don't feel them. You push them down and you suppress them. And when you suppress them, that creates a larger issue. It usually emerges, if you push your feelings down, they emerge as a symptom, or you blow up at some point because you have all these emotions that need to come out. And so feeling those and expressing them is an important part of working through your health and working through an issue. So if you're mad that you have to eat a specific diet, or you're mad that you are sick, or you're sad about it, or it's very challenging for you to deal with it, that's okay. I'm here to tell you that's 100% okay. Feel that. And I say all of this coming from a very personal level. I have spent years suppressing my emotions, and that's been a huge issue for me and a huge part of illness and buildup of my illness. And so finally learning to express my emotions and acknowledge my emotions and talk about it and let it all out when I need to has been a huge part of my healing process and very beneficial. So I guess what I really want to say in this video is that it's totally okay to feel your emotions, to be angry, to be sad, to be upset, and to express all of that, as long as you are trying to work through it and trying to work on yourself and get through all of that. If you're gonna sit in it and just spread it around and try and use it for attention and personal gain, that's playing the victim card and sitting in your victim mentality. But if you're feeling those emotions and expressing them because you really, well, everyone needs to, but like if you're doing that in an effort to work through them and then saying, all right, how do I get through this negative, shitty time to get to the other side? What am I learning from this? Reaching out to people for help so that you can work through it and continuing to work on yourself, then that's okay. And don't let anyone tell you that because you had a negative thought, you're playing the victim card. This whole idea of fake it until you make it, I think there's some validity to that, but like I was saying, if you're always gonna fall into this fake it till you make it, and you're suppressing all your other emotions by trying to maintain this high level of positivity and happiness at the expense of, truly feeling, that's gonna come back to bite you in the ass later. So it's better to just work through those feelings and express them and be okay with them in order to heal ultimately. So I don't know if any of you have any other thoughts on this, or you can resonate with it, what I'm saying, but either way, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, or if you've kind of felt this way in the health community, that you can't express your emotions or whatever, or if you have different thoughts on what I said, I'd love to hear that too. So let's start a discussion in the comments and see what you all have to say about it. Maybe you agree with me and maybe you don't. But if you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up because it helps support my channel, and hit that little red subscribe button because it also helps support my channel. I have to throw these little personal plugs in there. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.